All right. Hello and welcome. And until we get an official intro, this is our intro to the Level 7 podcast. Yes, that's corny as fuck, but who cares? We're here to talk about video games, trading cards, whatever the hell we feel like talking about. Those are normally going to be what we're talking about.
Vasectomies.
Yo, I just got one.
Congratulations.
Yeah, a little bit too much information for all you, I'm sure. Just ignore that you heard that.
Anyhow.
No more babies.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
You almost got COVID?
I housed COVID for about half a week.
Okay.
It was awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. My dad brought it up from Texas.
Got that Texas strain. Everything in Texas.
Woo! After he made all of us in my house get tested because he was afraid to get it.
That's how it shakes out sometimes, you know? It just them's the breaks.
Yep. I mean, whatever. He didn't do it on purpose. Shit happens.
Well, I guess the point of saying that is that's why we've been taking. I mean, besides the holidays, we took a little hiatus from the podcast to give ourselves a little room to have COVID.
Right.
Potentially.
It was mainly my fault. We would have kept going if that didn't happen to me.
My fault. It's not your fault.
It's basically my fault.
Whatever.
I had to have family in town for the holidays.
Oh man, who do you think you are, Mayor Hancock?
Right? I fucked up.
What are you? Who do you think you are, a government official? Okay, we're talking politics now. Get out of here. What'd you do? Did you play any games? I mean, you had your brother over, you had your dad over.
Oh man, yeah, my dad and my brother were over, and we played the hell out of our my Neo Geo MVS arcade cabinet for. Man, I don't know how long we played. We were both a little under the influence of things. So it could have been 10 minutes.
It could have been your entire life.
It could have been like 3 hours.
It could have been an entire baby dolphins.
Yeah.
Like gestation experience. Yeah, there you
go. But it was long enough for my wife to come downstairs and tell me to go to bed. So it definitely, I don't think, was 10 minutes. But it was a good time, and man, it's just fun having family over.
Yeah, that's cool. So was that what you primarily did? Was the MVS just arcade stuff?
That, and we beat Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, nice.
In one sitting, because my brother's like, we can't stop. This is amazing.
No. Streets of Rage is like, it's all or none.
Right, and I mean, it's not super long, so that's not like terribly impressive.
With dope techno beats to go along.
The music is so good in that game.
It's always been the best.
Have you played all the way through number 4 yet?
I haven't played 4 all the way. I love the other Streets of Rage, so I should.
You really should.
I know. I'm just a bad person. There's too many video games.
That's true.
There's too many video games in the world.
This one, luckily, will take you like 2 hours.
Okay. Well, that's doable.
Right.
I should play it right now.
And it's built so when you buy it, you can play it again and again, and it gives you incentives to unlock stuff and all that. But if you really do just want to play it to completion, it doesn't take long.
Is it tough?
It can be.
Okay. Because, I mean, the first ones were pretty tough.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you have infinite continues and stuff now? Is that like a...
Well, they have different scenario or game modes. So there is a game mode where you can just keep trying and trying. You just have to start the level over.
Okay.
And then there's also an arcade mode where you have a set amount of lives and then you're done.
Okay. The way it should be.
Yeah.
The classic.
It's super fun that way. Me and Krista beat it that way just the other night, actually.
Oh, nice. Did you ever play Sayonara Wild Hearts?
Oh, I still have that copy of it, don't I?
You got to play that game.
I really do need to play that game.
That game is trippy AF.
I was going to say, the 10 minutes that I did play over here is freaking fun. I definitely want to play that all the way through.
I don't know why I thought of that. I was mostly playing Cyberpunk.
Yeah?
Yeah. It still crashes all the fucking time, and I don't know, it's glitchy as all hell, but I'm having fun. I have super legs and whatever, and I shoot rockets out of my wrist, and it's
dope.
It's just fun. It's nonsense. I need to just go beat the story at this point because I'm just jumping from, I don't know, random
side
encounter.
quest.
Yeah, random side quest to random side quest, just blowing people up. So, I mean, it's fun, but I'm ready to I think complete the story.
The experience.
Yeah. What does Johnny Silverhand really have in store?
I don't know.
So I'm stoked about finishing that up, and then outside of that, I started building a commander deck in Magic, which I know, we still got to get you on that.
Yeah.
Boat, which
we're going to make a video of me trying to learn Magic in a day.
Oh, you're going to learn. I mean, you can definitely learn Magic in a day. What we're going to try to teach you is how to draft in a day.
Oh.
Now, that's a different thing, because, like, learning how to play Magic, that's easy. Like,
I've always been told it isn't.
Not easy, but you know what I mean? It's doable, especially in a day. But, I mean, like, learning how to draft, which is a particular format where everybody is picking and building their cards on the fly. Right. So it's not only knowing how to play, but it's also knowing how to evaluate cards as they're coming into your hand, to draft them.
Oh my gosh.
Pass the pack and then build a deck out of what you draft. So
that is
that's for sure. No, that's a different experience altogether. So, but that'll be fun. I mean, drafts are fun, but COVID ruined drafts because it's the one format where literally every person at the table touches every single card.
I don't see a problem with that. Yeah, that is a problem.
But no, I mean, they just dialed back the COVID warning to orange in Colorado now, so we can start doing some small events and stuff again. So
nice.
If you guys are into Pokemon, there's new sets coming out. Obviously, like Shining Fates doesn't have like a pre-release or anything along those lines, but for I think Battle Styles is the next full set that's been announced. That's coming out in March. So we'll hopefully be running a pre-release for that.
Is that for Pokemon?
It is.
Nice.
So it's Pokemon. So the next sets for Pokemon is like Shining Fates, which is one of the things that we're going to talk about. Is the next set that's going to come out, but it is it's like an auxiliary set. It's like a small expansion set. So
kind of like Jungle was for the original back in the day, or
kind of. It's like a secondary set, but it's there's like they're bringing back old Pokemon and making shiny versions of them.
Ooh.
But essentially, what it is it's like if you've seen like the Hidden Fates or Champions Path, which are like specialty sets, and that's what it really is. It's a specialty set.
Oh, okay.
You can only get it in the Elite Trainers. They won't have booster boxes available, so you can't get like 36 packs of it at a time. You can only get like 8 to 10. Yeah.
I think it's 8.
So that's honestly like the most requested item at the store right now.
Yeah,
is Shining Fates.
I've been seeing all those messages coming in.
The hard part about that is, I mean, we still haven't gotten our solid allocation from distribution yet from all of our distributors. So, once we actually know how many we have to work with, we can start taking pre-orders and knowing, what our limits are. But until then, we just don't want to.
You mean you don't just want to start taking pre-orders like an asshat and just overdo it?
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, I do. Trust me. If there weren't consequences in this world.
Weird how some businesses, try not to do that.
I know. And it's just tough right now because so many people want to buy those that it's like, to keep telling everybody like, you gotta wait. It's like, they know it's coming. They know we're going to get some, but nobody knows how many. So
yeah, it's whatever. It does just kind of suck.
It looks like a cool set though. I mean,
realize I'm basically laying down over here. I'm like, oh.
Are you just chilling?
What a nice chair. Yeah, I fucking sit up. So sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're gonna go to sleep on us.
I know.
You might have to lock that. I think you can lock the rock feature on the right hand side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to do that.
I think you can lock the rock. Maybe not. Maybe you're just too comfortable now. Oh,
that was the wrong.
Hey, well, I mean, now you're as tall as me. You're not taller than me now, so that's good.
That's good. Okay, well,
not that bothers me.
Whatever.
Well, it looks like you're just.
I'll figure it out at some point. I'm not gonna lean so far back. Here we go. That feels better.
That's right. Yeah.
All right.
Quit leaning in your chair. You're gonna break the legs off your chair. You're gonna leave marks on the wall.
That's my job. And not with the chair either.
Marks on the wall. Sir Marks on the wall. Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg. Mark wrote on the wall.
Marky Mark.
Marky Mark.
Ugh.
Whoa. Anyhow.
But yeah, I wanted to also just throw out another game that I've been playing and obsessed with is FarSky.
FarSky.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the That was the one that you said was kind of like...
Right. It's unfortunate because the best way to describe it is it's a little bit like a Minecraft clone.
Which is, I mean, fine. I mean, is it a clone or is it...
It's kind of the way, I don't know, just like how you always used to say Doom clone back in the day.
I mean, Everything was a
everything
Doom
was a
clone.
Doom
Is
clone
it
if
a
it was
first-person
FPS.
resource, 8-bit,
So yeah,
hacking at walls?
it's like that, but with actual graphics instead of cubes.
Okay, that actually makes... When you say Minecraft, I just think cubes.
Right, and it doesn't look like that. And I mean, it's not like realistic, but it's like a stylized version of an ocean. And you crash in the ocean and you try to survive. And then you got to find 9 pieces to your sub to finish the game. And it's dope. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking fun. I need more water games in my life.
No, water games stress me out. Echo, Sonic levels with water, Mario levels with water.
Subnautica.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I've also recently learned that Japan got a theme aquarium. You remember, like, theme park or theme hospital? Like,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
They got a theme aquarium on the PlayStation 1.
Oh.
And I feel personally offended by that. Why the hell didn't we get that?
Whatever, dude. We got Seaman.
Yeah, great.
Voiced by Leonard Nimoy.
Your seaman has died.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what the no?
Damn, Leonard Nimoy. Why you gotta be so stark all the time? Why you gotta be so serious?
You're sterile.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. I had to make, I mean, that's just obvious.
Did you ever see the, I am. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll go grab that little toy ice cream cart and prove it.
Yeah. Whoa, dude. Weird. Weird way to phrase that.
That did sound really weird. I just meant you have children's toys everywhere.
I don't see one children.
The ice cream cart's right over there.
I don't see it. I can't. But what was I? What the hell was I saying? Oh,
I don't know.
Leonard Nimoy. Leonard Nimoy. Did you know he released an album? Did you ever hear
You've told me this.
the Hobbit song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't found it.
Bilbo Baggins.
Yep.
The bravest hobbit of them all. Something along those lines. It's.
Running through the frontier.
I mean, it's
Bilbo.
it's pretty bad, honestly. Like the fact that he was like, what's his name? What's the other Star Trek guy's name? Captain Kirk. What's his real
Jim
name?
Kirk.
But what's the guy? William Shatner.
Oh.
Yeah, William Shatner. He's like, hey, William Shatner's got a singing career. I should also have a singing career. I don't know why he sounds like a Native American.
Emotion.
In my impression. For many moons, William Shatner. Anyhow.
Yeah. Nimoy
you're looking it
sings
up.
Bilbo Baggins.
That's right. Look it up. Yeah, we need.
I mean, it would sound terrible if I tried to do it.
No, I don't mean like play it on
yeah.
this, but yeah.
I'm definitely going to watch that later.
It's good
And
stuff.
I'm going to laugh myself to sleep.
Um,
But yeah, we should. So it's been a pretty good year so far, actually. I've played some fun games, had some good times.
I agree. Yeah, I'm looking forward to stuff. There's good stuff this quarter. There's not a lot.
No,
It
not
would
a
seem.
ton.
But, there's a good Pokemon set. There's a good Magic set. There's some good video games.
Right.
Because, like,
Some that were disappointingly exclusive, and I didn't know that.
oh, yeah,
which is
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter Rise. Yep.
Monster Hunter Rise, yep.
I was not expecting that. Even when we were researching what we were going to talk about, I was like, sweet, a new Monster Hunter. That's going to be awesome. And then, to write the news, I was looking it up, and I just kept seeing for Switch. And I was like, why do the graphics look kind of bad? And then eventually it clicked, and I was like, son of a bitch, it's only on the Switch?
It's like if it weren't COVID times, it would make more sense to have an all portable Monster Hunter again, like a standalone. Because it's a different product than what they did on the PS4. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That's really the only one that I've played though.
Oh, that's the only one you've played?
Yeah, that one, and I think the Unite on the PSP. So I've played a portable one, and I've played.
Okay, Unite's more like I think classic style, whereas like Monster Hunter World is essentially an all new style of game for them with the way that they did that. So I mean, I think
I was gonna say I don't have a whole lot of them under my belt, but I was just hoping to get it on PS5.
Oh, I have 0 under my belt. I mean, they should have put it on the PS5, but I think their idea is they're like, all right, cool. We go to the one portable console, and everybody has to buy the portable Monster Hunter, and now everybody's stuck at home, and they're like, man, I wish that was on my big console.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I mean, I'm just gonna wait. I'm not buying it.
They might re-release. I wonder if it is like a true exclusive, if it's a timed exclusive, because they do re-release stuff.
Yeah.
But they do weird spin-off titles too, like they did Monster Hunter Stories. Did you ever see that one on the 3DS?
Nope.
There's just random Monster Hunter games just floating out there. That's one of them. There's an amiibo for that. Actually, the Monster Hunter Stories amiibo is one of, if not the rarest amiibo.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna look this bad boy up.
Mm-hmm. And then one of the other top ones is the Poochie from Yoshi's Woolly World. There was a Poochie amiibo. It was like a little yarn dog.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yep.
Should have grabbed it, huh?
Yep.
Oh well.
Big time. Big time. Those are like $80-$90
Holy
just for the amiibo.
I'm gonna say 20. I don't know. They're all over the place. Some say 7. One says 127. So whatever.
Well, one's probably a fake.
More than definitely, yeah.
So
I'm not gonna give you a price because I don't know it. But yeah, pricey.
It's a rare one. It's a rare. If you got one, send it over my way.
That one, it was just a bummer because I'm like I said, I've only really started getting into them because I recently bought it for my PSP.
I mean, you have a Switch though, right?
I have a Switch.
I mean, what if it's really good? What if it's the best Monster Hunter game ever made?
It's not. It can't be. No.
I won't allow that.
Because
I mean,
man,
time will tell.
As much as I like the Switch, I cannot play it for that long.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan
Like
personally.
it hurts my hands if I'm in dock or like mobile mode.
Yeah.
And then when I have it docked, the controllers that I have aren't man sized.
Sure.
I mean, then the fact that even while you're playing on screen, there's just like some slowdown always for every game. And you can always feel like the tiniest bit of lag, even if you're using Nintendo products, like as your controllers and stuff. It's not a terrible console. It's just tiny things here and there that bug me about the Switch.
If you have a better option, why would you play with the inferior one, I guess? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like, cool. Yeah, I mean, awesome. I'm glad I have this portable console. Like, if you were on the bus more, if that fit into your lifestyle, I bet you that'd be really handy. But I don't think a lot of people... I mean, who knows? I'm sure there's a million people that have the Switch as their primary console, which is whatever. I mean, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, I think given the option...
Because, I've repurchased many games on the PS4 that also came out on the Switch because, well, of course, when I first got the Switch, I was like, I got to buy all this cool stuff for the Switch. It'll be awesome. Then I'll have it to go. And then I kept playing them, and then I was like, I should just buy this for the PS4. It's just better. Like, everything just feels smoother. You actually get achievements and trophies. Like, the picture quality is just better on your TV.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think of the Switch Pro? Do you think they're actually going to do it?
If they make a Switch Pro, I will buy that.
But what if the Switch Pro is only 1080p?
Then fuck that. It is the year 2021, Nintendo. You need to step up and like actually update your shit. Like I'm fine with them not being the top of the top graphically and stuff. Like their games don't need that. I understand that, but it needs to be able, in my opinion, to like equate to a new console.
Right. To at least be competitive with.
Right. Like I
don't think they'll ever do it though.
I really don't think so either.
That's just not their style. They've never since what, Super Nintendo, maybe 64. 64 was the last console.
Well,
I mean, GameCube,
I feel like GameCube
or whatever.
They tried, but since the Wii was just so successful, they're like, oh well, we don't really have to try.
But the game, Well, I guess the GameCube wasn't underpowered. It was actually a pretty powerful machine. It's just
Right.
the mini discs and the
They really hampered themselves with those mini discs.
and everybody's like, I love that controller. I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah,
But they do.
It's okay.
Everybody loves that controller. But the same deal goes for me though. I say that I really like the Dreamcast controller, and that thing's the knuckle killer.
Yeah, because you're just shoving your knuckles right up against that wall.
Especially if you're playing like Gigawing and you got to be pulling the triggers the whole time. You're just like, Yeah.
Right.
That's a sucker.
I do like those controllers too, though. But yeah, not again for.
I like their
super
analog.
long.
The
Yeah,
analog is just so smooth and huge.
That's because it was like a magnet. It is literally like a magnet on the end of the analog stick that just hovers above the board.
It's amazing.
It's genius.
It's
it
the
works
greatest.
so well.
So much better than rubber bands and whatever the hell else they've done lately.
I mean,
or
yeah.
for the past 30 years or however long analog's been out, 25 years?
Right. Oh, yeah, that also reminds me. There was some fun developments of the PlayStation 5 controllers. How's your PlayStation 5 controller treating you?
I have one. So I have two controllers. One of them has a little drift.
Oh, okay.
So one of my controllers, the right analog, actually has the slightest amount of drift already, which is frustrating.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, my apparently a lot of people have been having the right trigger button go out on them, like from the haptic stuff.
That's
and apparently,
a bummer.
I think Raph broke my right trigger as well because it doesn't that feedback that you're supposed to get, like the tension.
Yeah,
doesn't exist.
I mean, it sucks. It's covered by your warranty, right?
Yeah.
But I wonder how long that's going to take.
I'm gonna say I've already emailed them like twice. I haven't heard anything. I mean, just the fact that I kind of have to have a controller to play for all the streams and stuff.
I mean, you can just borrow those.
Say,
you can borrow old Drifty.
I'll borrow one, yeah, because it literally constantly clicks because it's trying to reset that right analog or that right trigger. So it's
awful.
And it's like, fuck, this controller.
I wonder. Yeah. No, I have no idea. Well,
yeah,
that's a bummer. I didn't know that.
it was a bummer.
I didn't know that about you. I didn't know that about your life.
I mean, it still works perfectly fine. I just don't have the haptic feedback anymore.
No, that's half the reason you get a PS5.
Right. I mean,
Is to feel that little.
it really is cool.
I'm kidding, of course. Obviously,
But yeah, it's just a bummer. I mean, it still operates perfectly fine, except for that random clicking that happens every 2 seconds.
Right. I bet you the whole time you're just like, oh, you're just walking through some Demon Souls. Or, oh.
Yeah, normally.
Actually, the only game you play now, I think, is Rainbow Six.
It's the PlayStation 5 version of it.
Yeah, exactly. They turned up the frame rate by 2.
It's gorgeous. I loves it.
Gets PS5, plays 4-year-old game.
I mean, so is Demon Souls. And that's the only other game I have.
I guess that's true.
Although Maneater just came out on PlayStation Plus.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool.
Dude,
Because that game actually sold a bunch.
Right. I was just in the middle of looking for one, and then they're like, "Oh, it's free on PlayStation Plus." I was like,
What's the other free
Awesome.
one? What's the other free one?
Tomb Raider something. I think it's the last Tomb Raider that came out. Oh man. These other
Shadows of the Tomb Raider?
I think so. And then just some game that I've
Or Shadow of the Tomb Raider? I think it's Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
It's something like that. And then damn it, of course, the one time I want them to show it what games are free. They're like, "Oh, you mean you want to buy it?" And it's like, "No,
They're like, "Here's your free
I
PS4
have it already."
game." It's like, "Yeah, but I want to give me a PS5 game." They're like, "No,
I think the
we only got one of those."
right. I think the Maneater
yeah,
is the PlayStation 5 version of it because I think that one's the exclusive PlayStation 5 game.
Yeah, that's a cop out.
Which, yeah,
I mean, whatever. It's cool that they're giving you a pretty cool game for free, which I will barely complain. That's it. That's my complaint.
Because that was, like I was just saying, that's actually a game I wanted and I was going to purchase, but then it just showed up and I was like, sweet, I'm just going to play that. Oh, Maneater, PlayStation 5 version, The Shadow of the Tomb Raider, PlayStation 4 version, and Greedfall.
Oh, Greedfall. That's the that's like the the open world pirate game.
Like Victorian era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like third person, like kind of Skyrim RPG. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's a really solid lineup this month.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like the Tomb Raider games a lot. I like everything that Square has put out through Eidos since they took them over, which, I mean, Hitman 3.
Right?
Here we go. Hitman 3. I mean, I've always liked the Hitman games. I've always been absolutely awful at them because I'm just not patient.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not going around and trying to blast everybody, but it's like, it's hard not to sometimes.
Yeah.
But it never works.
I really need to play one.
You've never played one?
I've never played a Hitman game. I've just played a lot of Splinter Cell.
Okay, Hitman's a lot different than Splinter Cell because, because Hitman's about, you have a mark. Each level is different. Each level is a puzzle, essentially. So you'll have a mark, somebody you need to kill, and you need to figure out the best way to kill them without getting caught, without leaving evidence, make it look like an accident. You know what I mean? Like sneaking in, sneaking out, knocking a dude out, still in his uniform, shit like that. You know what I mean? Pickpocketing people. It's cool because each level has multiple outcomes on how you can eliminate the target or targets or escape or they have like sniper levels and stuff.
Right. That's awesome.
But those games are hard as shit. So, I mean, I think that would be a great one for you to stream because you like the Splinter Cells and stuff, and it'd be enough of a departure that it'd be fun to watch.
I really do. And, I mean, I have the first one of this trilogy on PS4. I don't have the second one yet because I bought the first one I pretty much kind of took it from GameStop.
That's what we call just taking it.
I mean,
taking it to GameStop.
I think it was like $1.50 or something. So it's just like, yeah, I'm going to buy this.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't steal it.
Okay.
But I mean, it was at such a stupid price. I was like, they had to have mispriced this or something.
I was like, how? But yeah, I mean, they do that, man. They'll get rid of games. They are not interested in having games in their game store. They're like, is this a fucking game?
Man.
Get this shit out of here. Is this game older than yesterday? Get this shit. We don't want this garbage.
Have you stepped in one recently?
I thankfully have not. I thought about it.
It's fucking weird now.
Yeah.
Like, because, their whole, like, thing of, we're not going to put all the games on the wall because
they only put the 250 top.
Yeah. And, like, with those games out, I just walked into one because we were just trying to kill time on Sunday or something. So we went to a mall. There's a GameStop in there, of course.
Sure.
I was like, oh, well, let's go see what it looks like now because I haven't seen one in, like, a year and a half.
Well, also, it's hard not to go into a game store. You're like, game store.
Right? I mean, if you find something, who the hell cares where it's from?
Yeah,
you found something.
Game store, yeah.
So, yeah, and so I walked in there, and it's, like, barren. Like, it seemed like a store that was closing.
I mean, it might have been.
It very well could be because it's in a mall for one, which is a problem for.
What's a mall? What's a mall, Dad?
Right? And
Dad, what's a mall? Well, in COVID times.
And well, they also have an arcade in that mall.
Oh,
which was up and going.
That's cool.
We didn't touch anything, but we were stoked to see that it was working.
Yeah, that poor industry. I mean,
yeah,
whatever.
But yeah, I walked in there, because I was looking for PS3 or 360 games because they're throwing that shit away. Like,
well, yeah, but they throw away all the cases, so all you can get is the disc.
Well, sometimes they actually have the actual case.
Oh,
and so yeah, there's maybe 4 games that you want to buy out of like the stack of 40 that they have now at some stores.
Okay, so is it like is it the top 250 per console that they're keeping?
I don't even know if it's that.
Because I'm like, there aren't 250 games on the 360.
Like
I mean, there are, but you know what I mean. Like
the
top
Xbox
games.
section, it had to have been like 50 games tops. Like, and that's Xbox One and Xbox X. Or /X. Whatever.
Oh, I thought you meant like Xbox 360.
No, there were no 360 or PS5 or PS3 games, I mean.
Oh, so they've gotten rid of those already.
And I didn't see any DS games. I didn't see any 3DS games.
I just don't understand
like
why. I mean, whatever. I mean, fuck it.
It was weird. It was like walking into a Kmart. Yeah.
Anything but a Kmart.
I know.
Damn, dude.
Like I was trying to think of the last store that I walked into like that, and it was Kmart. Like where there's
Radio Shack.
there's stuff on the shelves,
But it's the worst.
but there's not stuff there.
yeah, it's just like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Man, Radio Shack. I miss Radio Shack.
dude, I bought so much shit from Radio Shack when they went out of business.
Dude, I bet.
Dude,
I love Radio Shack because even
All the
like to this
audio
day,
equipment?
I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, where can I get this? Radio Shack. Fuck, there are no Radio Shacks.
thanks, Amazon.
Yeah, you dicks.
I mean, convenient dicks.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, what are you gonna say? If you're gonna get a dick, you might as well get a convenient dick.
Might as well just show up at your house.
You don't want an inconvenient dick. You know what I mean? Like, there's not gonna be some point where somebody's like, "Hey, you want a dick?" and you're like, "Sure, give me the most obstinate dick you got."
Exactly.
And I'm not talking about dicks. I'm talking about people who are dicks.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I was talking about.
But yeah, Hitman 3. I really would like to play it. I really do just need to play the first one though.
No, hey, don't be that. Listen, people of Earth, if you didn't play the first one, there's a fucking recap. I guarantee you, there's a fucking recap in the newer game that is better than the old one, which is why they made a new one. So watch the recap. Live your life. Live your fucking life, man.
I have the first one though.
Let me go play this obsolete version of a game that just, I don't know, man. That I could never do it. I can't go backwards, but that's why you're stronger than me.
Well, and I mean, I'm trying to burn through my freaking backlog. That's why I even started streaming in the first place.
That's why I sell my backlog. As soon as it falls to backlog, I'm like, peace.
Right?
If you fell to the backlog, should have never been there in the first place. No,
Can't
that's
help
not.
it though. I buy like, I think recently, like in the past month, I've bought maybe 9 Tom Clancy games.
How many of them are the same game?
3. Yup, I'm that person because Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, the first one, came out on 360, PS2, and the Xbox.
It's true.
And the PC, I mean. The PS2 and the Xbox version are basically the same. The Xbox 360 version is the one that they really focused on. It's what they wanted it to be. It's the experience of Advanced Warfighter. And then the PC version is a really hard first-person shooter version of the 360 one. So I bought all of those except for the 360 one because that's the one I've already owned previously.
That makes sense.
So yeah, they're all 4 different. And that's why I had to buy all 4 of them.
See, and that makes sense from a collector's standpoint, especially because, the Tom Clancy thing that you got going on.
There are just some franchises in my life.
Is it like an altar at this point? Like, do you have a photo of him?
I just got a Hunt for Red October movie poster, and I put it in my basement. And now I'm gonna make like a Tom Clancy like shelf around it.
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome.
Get like a cast of his fist or something.
Yup.
Just hang it like a baseball bat on your wall. Take it down and just beat intruders with it.
The hunt is on, as they say on the movie poster.
The hunt is on. One ping only. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, now I just want to watch that movie again.
Hey, here we are.
But yeah, like freaking Tom Clancy, Resident Evil.
Don't tell me the Resident Evil movies. You got all those too.
Dude, I have all those on DVD and on Blu-ray. And I had all of them that came out on UMD as well.
Time to Die. No.
I even have the animated ones. Which
I think the
some
animated
are
one.
good.
So there's that 3D animated one. That one was really cool.
Well, there's 3 of those.
Oh, are there? I haven't seen them
Yeah.
all. There's too many.
There's only 3.
There's too. Well, I mean, there's too many Resident Evil movies.
Oh,
and most
okay.
of them
That's
have
fair.
Mila Jovovich.
They all have Mila Jovovich that are the live action ones.
Good for her. Good for her finding that. I mean, she's in the new Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
She's in the Monster Hunter movie. It doesn't make any. Capcom's just like Mila Jovovich.
Okay.
Well, it's time to highlight. Like, is it the same studio?
It's got to be. I'm gonna laugh my ass off. If
You gotta
it's
look.
even the same
Will you look
director.
it up? Will you see if it's the same studio that's doing that as the Resident Evil? Because it's like,
Okay.
if it's the same director, he's like, I gotta get. Is he like
Paul
the?
S. Anderson or Paul W. S. Anderson? Is that a spider just coming down? Yep.
That's cool.
That's disgusting.
That's what we do here. That's what we got in the old blanket fort in the basement.
Yep.
But okay, so do you think this is like a Quentin Tarantino, Uma Thurman type scenario where this one dude is like,
Well, Paul S. W. Anderson.
hold on. Oh, he dropped.
Yeah, he did. He's on the table.
Oh, he dropped fast.
It's like one of those disgusting, clearish, white spiders too.
Whoa, dude. Racist.
What?
Why has he got to be white?
Because he was. I don't know. Yeah, gross. But Paul S. W. Anderson is actually married to Mila Jovovich.
Well, that makes sense.
Right.
Also, I want to be clear. We don't have anything against white spiders.
I fucking hate spiders.
I hate all spiders.
All spiders. Let's see. Oh yeah, Monster Hunter. Gosh.
Well, I mean, we just need to know if it's the same. Yeah, if it's the same director, because it's like, man, this dude can do it all. He can do zombies or monsters.
Oh, they're trying to sell me tickets. Or zombie monsters.
Zombie monsters. Oh, what about a monster that comes back to life after you kill it?
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 59.
That's pretty good,
It
actually.
is Paul W. S. Anderson directing Monster Hunter. No.
So who's okay? Who's publishing it? So we know who is directing it. Who's the studio?
Okay, so
who's making
distributed
this?
by Sony Pictures.
So it's Sony.
Of Resident Evil. Hold on, let's look at Monster Hunter.
It's got to be Sony.
Producers.
So
Production. Tencent, of course. Screen Gems. Toho.
Toho, that's
and
cool.
Impact Films. Impact Films did Resident Evil.
Oh, okay. So maybe they're not being distributed by the same thing, but it's probably Impact Films. That's probably
It's probably the Impact
Paul
Films.
SW's fucking company.
Dude.
Whatever. How far does this rabbit hole go? So you're telling me the only reason that Mila Jovovich is in every fucking Capcom movie is because this dingbat
Keeps getting the
married her.
jobs.
They just keep giving him they're like, I'm not going to do what I think a Capcom accent would sound like, but they're like, hey, this is my version of a Capcom exec. Hey, what's his name? Paul
S. W. Anderson.
Hey there, Paul S.W. Anderson. It's me, Capcom man, and we were thinking about making another movie. Yeah, no, it's this one. No, it's a little different. It's not nope. It's nope. There's no zombies. Nope, no zombies at all. Okay, yeah, monsters this time.
Monsters.
Mila, sure, fuck it.
And I've been saying it wrong the whole time. My bad. Paul W. S. Anderson.
Oh,
I was saying S.W.
W.S.
But you have to throw that in because there's also a Paul Anderson that makes decent movies.
What kind of movies?
I can't remember. Let me look
Okay,
it up.
well, whatever. It's fine. Let's search the web with the level 7 guys.
Right?
Speaking of searching the web, so we. What?
Oh, I was responding.
I thought you were. I thought you had a. You were like like an interested. Like, oh, I didn't know this about Paul Anderson. He once killed a man with his bare hands. Like, I thought you were gonna have a cool story.
17 times.
He killed a man 17 times. He resuscitated him, then murdered him 17 times.
All right, maybe I lied. I don't know any of these fucking movies, so who knows?
Okay.
Maybe Paul Anderson is just don't watch those. Unless you really love Resident Evil, and I watched all those, and I bought them all.
Alternatively, unless you love people named Paul Anderson.
That's true.
If your name is Paul Anderson, go make a movie. You're probably going to do all right.
Just go do it.
Yeah, no matter what the movie is, monsters, zombies, whatever random indie bullshit that other guy was making.
Robin Hood. That's the biggest one I saw, and it was the 2018 one.
Oh, that was a good one. Wait,
No, the bad one.
Was that who was in it? Was that the one with
Potato Face. I'm kidding. I don't remember who. Oh no, the kid from the Golden.
It's a kid movie?
No, damn it! What the hell's his name? That dude.
Oh yeah, that looks dumb. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it was bad. Trust me, I watched it, and I felt like harming myself.
Nice.
So no, don't watch that movie. It was bad. I don't know why. Who the fuck keeps making Robin Hood movies?
I don't know.
What's
It's
our
like,
timer at? Sorry.
oh no, you're right. I was.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's still going.
cool. Oh man, that was just a deep old hole with Monster Hunter and Hitman that we just dove into.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I think it was worth the trip.
It really was.
The fact
That was
that
fun stuff.
the fact that we found out that Capcom keeps hiring the same fucking dude, and is it Capcom or is it Sony or is it Impact? Like who is Paul W.S. Anderson paying off at Capcom
Right?
to get this job? He's just like, hey man, I got these ideas. You got Mila over here, and that's it. That's like his one like.
That's all I got.
I got a Mila.
You remember Fifth Element? She did that one.
Hey, multipass. You guys remember that shit, right? Corbin! I miss Chris Tucker. I do. Rest in peace. I don't think he's dead.
I was going to say, I don't think
No, I don't think he's actually. No, Chris Tucker.
All right. There's a new Mario game.
It is a new Mario game, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not a new one, but it's a good one. I mean, I did play. Actually, I am in the process of doing the Star Road on Mario 3D World on the Wii U.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Me and the 4-year-old been going through it.
That's awesome.
It's cool.
I really do want to buy a Mario game for my kid.
Too bad you can't play it on your PS5.
I know. Mario is the one thing that works really well on the Switch. Like Mario Odyssey, that game somehow works really, really well. Even like the multiplayer stuff. I was impressed by how well that stuff worked.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo knows what they're doing. They know how to make really good games. And I mean, like, but they make sure that they do. You could tell that they're not gonna, not often. I mean, there have been a few weird games, ARMS, I'm looking at you, that have come out, or 1-2 Switch, or Snipper Clips. Y'all remember Snipper Clips when the Switch came out? That was a launch title. That was some bullshit.
Yeah.
Snipper Clips.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, look that up. So yeah, Nintendo, for the most part, you slap Mario's name on something, it's going to be pretty quality. If it's a new IP...
I mean, they made Rabbids good.
They made the Rabbids... Yeah, because they did the Mario Rabbids...
Crossover.
Oh yeah, because they did that like... what was it? Like a strategy game, right?
Yeah, it was like a... XCOM-esque strategy game.
Mario Rabbids. I mean, hey... That was a launch title,
right?
I think,
Who the hell knew that was going to work? Apparently they did, because that was pretty fun.
Oh, and then they cross over with Sonic. They do the Olympic Games, which apparently, if you look it up, like in the Mario and Sonic Olympics universe, it's officially canon now that COVID canceled the Olympics.
That sucks. Thanks, real world. You fucked up everything.
It's hilarious. They canceled that game. They should have released it, I think.
Like,
so then we could pretend that the Olympics happened.
Yep, that would have been nice.
But that was in Japan, right? That was supposed to happen this year, the Olympics? I think it was.
I think so.
They were probably real sad. Yeah.
That's probably why. They were personally offended.
They lost a lot of money on that. So what happens? Do they have to wait another 4 years to have the Olympics?
I don't think so.
I mean...
Olympics 2021.
Wait, what?
July 23rd. The Summer Olympics will begin.
The Summer Olympics...
will begin July 23rd.
Where?
Tokyo.
Okay. So the 2020 Summer Olympics are happening February 2021.
And it is going to be called Tokyo 2020.
Hey, this is essentially just a Final Fantasy game now.
What the fuck is that? I mean, just change the name. Like, it's fine. We all know what happened.
They can't. They can't change the name because when history looks back, they'll be like, wait a minute.
I mean, history will remember this stuff.
History will remember this podcast. It will not remember that
exclusively.
Shit. Yeah, that is meaningless.
Yep, that's true.
Compared to what we're talking. I mean, the fact that we're talking about it is the only reason anybody will remember it.
Okay, that's fair. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm glad we found that out. I mean, so
that's fucking weird.
2020 Olympics this February.
Watch it. Japan's really hoping you do.
We got to put that on the newscast next week. We got to write that in and be like, and in other gaming news, the 2020 Olympics are rescheduled for 2021.
Welcome back, 2020. We missed you so much.
Yeah. Oh, nice. It's like there's a sneak peek into next week. We can't make any more jokes.
Okay, we'll stop it.
We got to save the jokes because we're dumb. They're hard to write.
It's true.
They're mostly bad anyhow.
What? No.
What? What?
No.
Oh, they're good jokes.
All right.
Last thing I wanted to talk about was Kaldheim, the new Magic the Gathering set. I mean,
Oh, yes.
So, I mean, it should be a big one. It's a new plane, meaning that it's essentially, a plane in Magic the Gathering is like a world, right? So each plane is like a different dimension. And so the planes walkers in every plane, there's a spark that awakes within the one planeswalker from that plane, right? And they're one in a lifetime, whatever type.
They're a planet that's achieved light speed in Star Trek.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, and then the planeswalkers can go from plane to plane, and then there's all these bad guys, and they're locking them up, and they're just coming out. But this next set looks pretty cool. It's all Viking, like Norse themed, and I wouldn't say all, but like a lot of it is, which is a pretty hot theme right now.
Everybody.
Thanks, God of War.
Yeah, jeez. I mean, yeah.
God of
War does it. Everybody else is gonna freaking jump on board.
That was crazy that game had an effect because. Now Valhalla is out.
Yeah. Well, it's coming out this year.
Valhalla?
Yeah.
Valhalla's out.
No, Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Yay.
My bad.
You silly.
Yes.
You silly. But yeah. Sorry, I didn't really give you... I just said Valhalla. There's also Valhalla. When you die, that's where you go.
I'm sorry. I meant Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok is supposed to be coming out this year.
Oh, sick.
Which is like the end of the world or something? It's
right,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, Ragnarok is the Armageddon of
Norse mythology.
Right, exactly.
It's when like the world snake eats itself or something, or I can't remember. I have never really studied it that hard.
I have, but I don't want to talk about it. I know I have all the answers, but I'm going to keep them in there.
I would like to learn more though, because
hey, that's why we play video games, right? Because it gives us a really shitty, skewed perspective on real life things.
Yeah. But yeah,
I learned everything I know about Greek mythology from God of War, which is mostly true. Also, the movie, the Disney movie Hercules.
Oh yeah, that was 100%
Classic.
correct.
James Woods. That's my
stuff.
boy.
That's good stuff.
James Woods is the best.
Yeah.
Oh, anyhow, Kaldheim.
I was gonna say Kaldheim. I was trying to. I know there's like a really cool like dwarf lord in this one, which there haven't been dwarves in a minute.
I want to make fun of him and be like, "What up, dwarf lord?"
I'm all about dwarfs.
Oh, are you?
I am. I don't know why, but I just like they're my jam, dude.
Dude, you got to do a dwarf tribal deck. Like, you could do a commander deck.
Well, I was gonna say I don't even know what that means, but I would love to do it.
Yeah, you can build commanders. A format in Magic with basically you pick one of each card. I won't get too far into it, but it's a more casual format. It's less.
That's perfect.
There are competitive versions of it, but for the most part, it tends to be like 4 people at a table, more like a game of Risk, less like a game of Magic.
Oh, that sounds fucking dope.
But the cool thing about it is it kind of encompasses all of Magic, so you can make a dwarf deck, and there's enough options throughout the history of Magic that dwarves in particular, there's a fucking billion of them.
Yeah.
You could make something killer. So right now what I'm running is a rogue deck. So my whole deck is rogue, so it's like I'm stealing things and I'm going behind and I'm like invincible and people can't hit me and shit like that. So
Right. Dude, yeah. Dwarves, every time I start any like RPG where you build from a class up, or both of my characters that I've run in Dungeons and Dragons, both dwarves. Friggin' any of the Lord of the Rings games, I was always a dwarf, especially like War in the North where you get to make your own.
Oh, nice.
Dude.
Yeah, that game was sweet.
That game is so good. And nobody ever talks about it when they bring up really good Lord of the Ring games.
Did you ever play Battle for Middle-earth?
Yeah.
That game was sick,
That
too.
one's really good. Yeah.
Not a lot of people like RTSs that much, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like when I talk to people now about that style of game, like any sort of like old school style Western RPG, like a Baldur's Gate or Neverwinter, or like Age of Empires,
Dude, Age of Empires.
Warcraft, like Civilization, all of that stuff. It just feels like all of that market is just on phones now. Which is weird.
It's just such a shame. There's so many good games in that genre.
There are, and I mean, like, there's been more recent ones. The Wasteland 3, I think, just came out, which I really want to play that one. I mean, it came out last year, but I mean, recently, Wasteland 3, Divinity 2, or Baldur's Gate is released on PC now, and that was done by Lariat Studios, and they did Divinity 2, which I'm still in the middle of because that game is fucking long, but amazing.
Yeah.
And that I can't wait for because it's supposed to come to PS5, the new Baldur's Gate, which, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
It's already on PC. Like, I almost built a PC just to play it.
That's awesome.
But then I was like, if I build a PC, then I'm going to be a PC Master Race person.
Yep. You're gonna become
And
one of them.
then we can't hang out anymore.
That's very true. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be able to hang out with you.
You wouldn't be allowed in the basement. So.
I mean, I'm coming around to it. I'm never going to become one of those people that are like, I just don't play my consoles anymore because I love consoles.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. Sometimes they're more convenient and sometimes they're not.
They're just easier with stuff. But PC, there's also so many things that just aren't on console that you're like, well, I want to play this too. Where's our happy medium? I'm a weird console PC guy.
I do miss mouse and keyboard. I played Counter-Strike Source for so long. I love shooters. I really do. And I mean, I do want to go back to mouse and keyboard. It's getting to the point
It's
where
like
scary. I feel like an meth head or something. That's like, I know if I do it, there's no going back. It's just like I just started like building that commander deck, and this whole time I've been avoiding like trying to build a deck or get into cards because I know exactly how I am. I have no self-control. So as soon as it happened, it was just like, I need this card. I need this card. I need this card. I need to get online. I need to look up every card that possibly fits into this deck so they can, you know what I mean? It's like,
right.
Turn into fucking Tom Cruise and the what's that movie? The one where he's like
Top Gun.
No,
I'm kidding. That's the Minority Report.
Minority Report. You know, he's got the thingies.
Yeah.
He's like sliding them around and the little ball, boing, 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 and it's his name, and it's like, oh, fuck, I gotta run. Yep, that's not what happened to me, but that's what happened to him in that movie.
That's not what happened to you?
No.
Are you sure?
You know, I'm not quite sure.
We could be in a simulation right now.
Well, a Matrix style simulation. I'm gonna have to pull it. I wish. I just want to eat a fucking steak. Right?
Yup.
Yeah.
And be a movie star. Somebody important. I think that's what he says in there. Just hilarious. But yes, that's awesome. I really am excited to try to play and get into Magic because I've always had friends that did. I just never learned it myself. But
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 new commander decks that are releasing in this. I can't remember what the second one is. I know there's an Elf one. But I mean, they have all these new products now. I mean, they have the 2 commander decks, which are like $20 a piece, or both for $35. They have regular draft boosters. They have set boosters, which are like draft boosters, but kind of dialed up, like more foils.
I was gonna say, yeah, they have foils and like full art guaranteed in each one or something like that.
So those are the collector packs.
Oh,
so
okay.
you got the draft boosters, which normal, you're guaranteed one rare, you might get a foil. Then there's the set boosters where you're guaranteed one rare, mythic rare, you're guaranteed one foil, which can be anything, and then it's got some other goodies, right? Chance to pull like an art card or blah blah blah. And then it kind of dials up from there and goes to the collector packs, which those are the ones that essentially is like all foil, all borderless craziness, like the most rare variants of each card.
It's crazy that there's that many options.
There's a lot more options. There's actually more options. There's also the theme boosters, which are just themed based on each color.
Oh.
So it's like, I want to build my white deck. I need some cards for my white deck. So I'm going to buy a
white boosters?
Yeah, but we don't carry those at the store because they're starting to include like exclusive cards to try to get people to buy them, but honestly, it's just kind of fucking stupid.
Right?
Cuz you're still only guaranteed one rare mythic rare, but the pack is 35 cards and it costs more, so it's like $12. And it's like you get a bunch more white cards out of the set, right?
Right.
Especially if you're playing standard, I guess. You buy a couple of those and it's like, oh, cool, I got all the white cards I need. But at that point, just buy the singles and...
Right, and then you could get more rares and stuff.
Right, exactly. It's I don't know. That's a weird product. That's why I don't carry those.
Right.
And then they got the bundles, the 10 packs with the boxes and stuff that come with the die. So lots of shit with Kaldheim for sure.
Dope. That really does sound cool. I really am excited to try to get into some of this stuff because I need to learn.
Well, we should just do a video of you learning how to play Magic.
That'd be cool.
We'll just do like a breakdown, over the top view or something.
And well, there was just one more topic that I wanted to cover, and that is what game are you most excited about this year? / what game are you most excited about this quarter?
Okay, so this year is easy for me. It's actually they're both kind of easy for me. So this year is definitely, if it comes out, I mean, Elden Ring would be the game that I would love to see this year, which I don't know. They've never even announced a date for it, so for me to presume that it's this year is kind of a cop-out, but if I have to pick one that's coming out this quarter, I'll probably end up with Hitman 3.
Yeah.
That would probably be the one that I will actually play because I got the PS5, so it's like that's the only game that is on the PS5 that's like a new PS5 game. It's like I also like the series, but it's nice that it's on the new console too.
Right. Yup. Cool.
What about you?
I'm actually now at like a tie for the year.
Oh.
Because before my answer was just Soulstorm.
Oh,
like
okay.
I cannot wait for the next Oddworld installment. Like it is just Oddworld is definitely one of those franchises that everything that comes out, I love it.
Well, we'll be doing that. We'll be doing shirts and hoodies and stuff for that one when that one comes out for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. And then that one and the random announcement of an Evil Dead game.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool that happened.
Yeah, and I have all of the Evil Dead games that exist already. I've reviewed all of them on my old channel. This one's coming out soon, and it's like, dude, yes. Evil Dead is not normally a video game franchise I consider in that whole spectrum of my franchises that I must follow, but it's in the film franchises. So the fact that they get that crossover every once in a while, so excited.
The older games are starting to go up in price now too.
Well, I bet, yeah, because everybody's looking back and like, oh, yeah, they had these older games, which they really are fun. I enjoyed all three of them because there was the original one that came out. There was Hail to the King on PlayStation 1 and the Dreamcast, which I have the PlayStation 1 version.
And then there's like the Fistful of...
And then Fistful of Boomstick?
Yeah, Fistful of Boomstick.
Fistful of Boomstick, I think, yeah. And that one was really fun. Like, I felt like that one was an evolution of the first one, and it took kind of the stupid parts and kind of dumped them, gave you more, like, ammo, and it was still really hard, but it was fun. And then the last one with freaking Sam Raimi's brother in it. Oh my gosh.
Pan Raimi?
It's no. What the hell is his name? Now I can't. It's
Camden Raimi?
I can't remember. It's gonna drive me crazy.
Oh yeah. While you're looking that up, one quick thing that we did forget to kind of mention too is there's actually a new Dragon Ball Super card game set that drops January 22nd this month as well, and we're going to be we ordered some cool custom vinyl stickers, like a custom level 7 design that we're working on right now. That anybody that comes in during that release and purchases a pack or a box or whatever, will get one of those stickers for free. So. We'll be throwing that up on the Facebook and Instagram once I actually have those in hand. So they're ordered. And we're going to be doing a free sticker with Shining Fates as well. It'll be the...
Ooh, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's going to be the Chasing Tails sticker.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be this one here.
That's definitely one of the best.
It's going to be... It'll be slightly bigger. Well, that was close to my mouth. It'll be slightly bigger than this. So.
Yeah, that's a fun sticker. I love the old school, like, rainbow silver that's on there. I don't have a better way to describe that.
Yeah, we went for the hollow foil look.
There you go.
Yeah, like kind of that hollow look like the cards are. So
Yeah. Okay.
it's fun.
His brother's name, Ted Raimi.
Ted Raimi.
He's hilarious in Xena. I kind of like him in the Evil Dead stuff that he shows up in. But, man, him
does he look like?
in Evil Dead Regeneration, he's just... And yeah, if you're wondering what he looks like, he really does just look like Sam Raimi, just tiny bit different.
I totally know that guy. I remember
Right.
him in Xena
Yeah.
as like the goofball dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joxer.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah,
My mom was all about Xena.
the game, I'm actually watching through all that right now too. I love that show. It's so good.
I was a Hercules guy.
Disappointed. I loved Hercules too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Kevin Sorbo, man.
That's good stuff.
We need to get Kevin Sorbo on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, I'd lose my fucking mind.
Give me Kevin Sorbo's agent. He'd be like, "What exactly am I doing here?" And be like, "I don't know, dude. Just fucking pretend to be Hercules.
know.
Lift him up." He'd be like, "I'm fucking old as shit. I'm not gonna lift him up." Be like, "You're a bitch."
Fine.
Then we fight him. He just beats our ass.
I feel like he'd kick our butt. But yeah, the last Evil Dead game that came out was Evil Dead Regeneration. It had Ted Raimi in it, and he would not shut the fuck up. The whole time, the whole game, I was like, just shut up. Like, he's just like this little deadite that you can kick through stuff, and like you have to kill him to progress in the game, but he comes right back. He's like, "Wow, why'd you throw me in the fan?" And you're like, "Oh my!" It's like, because I have to. Stop talking.
Because fuck you. That's why.
Right? Like, shut the fuck up. That's the whole game. And what's really hilarious is I think it has the highest Metascore critic or Metacritic score out of all three. Yeah, because it has a 67. Fistful of Boomstick has a 55. And Hail to the King has a 51. Y'all are on crack.
Yeah, I don't know. I critic reviews, especially old critic reviews, when they're like a Metacritic review for a PS1 game, I'm like, yeah, I don't know how much information you're going on now. And it's like a game that reviewed that like that, especially on a property back then. I'm not saying that the game is better than it is. I'm not saying that it's worse than it is. I'm just saying, like, I don't know how relevant a Metacritic score is on a game before Metacritic existed.
That's probably true.
Because it's like, where are they going?
That's
on
probably a good point.
BGM and
right.
like,
And,
those dudes are just like working out of a basement. They were just essentially us.
Right. Definitely my personal ranking of it is Evil Dead, A Fistful of Boomstick first, then very, very close second, Hail to the King on PS1. I would love to play it on Dreamcast just to see what the differences are. But then really, really far third, Evil Dead Regeneration.
You want me to make you puke on the mic?
Yes.
I've never seen an Evil Dead movie or played the games at all.
I mean,
none of them. I don't know. It's just
okay.
weird. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
it's definitely one of those franchises that either you know it and you love the hell out of it, or you just haven't watched it, or you didn't care for it.
yeah, my buddy Charlie, he's like all about it. Huge fan of, what's the dude's name?
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell.
I have all 3 of his books.
Yeah.
They are awesome.
Yeah, I mean, so many times I've been like, oh, I should watch that. I just haven't. It's not like I don't want to. It's just it hasn't come up. Although I feel like I get the references. It's like my brother. He's like, I never have to watch Forrest Gump.
That's probably true because he's probably heard every single quote that's good in the movie.
But you have to watch Forrest Gump because it's all about context. The movie is so spanning that it's like sometimes that dude's just in Vietnam getting shot at, and sometimes he's playing ping pong in China. It's like,
Yeah.
what? What the fuck is going on in Forrest Gump? How did they tie this into a movie?
Right. And now there's even the Evil Dead TV series. There's 3 seasons of that.
Oh, weird. And then there's a new game. So
Yep.
that's cool.
There's even crossovers with him and Alien and Predator.
Oh, that's true.
I'm trying to think. There's other ones.
Well, the
too.
comics and stuff too. I bet you
Yeah.
they have a whole series of comics,
There's
graphic novels and stuff.
There's a crossover between him and Xena, the Evil Dead Ash, which of course there's Bruce Campbell in Xena and Hercules as well, because he's the king of thieves in those.
Oh, Jesus.
So it's just he's all over the damn place. I love Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell is the like embodiment. He's the personification of fan service.
Pretty much, and he's like like somehow famous, but not like stupid famous, and like. I mean, just from reading his books.
I mean, there's movies about him. There's at least one documentary about Bruce Campbell, right?
Oh, there's got to be. I haven't found a documentary, but there is a movie called My Name is Bruce, and I love that movie.
Is that so? It's a movie. I thought
It's
that was
a movie.
Okay.
It's hilarious. Sorry, I'm randomly remembering parts of the movie, seeming like a crazy person laughing to myself.
No,
like,
I mean, I brought up the movie, and you're like, haha, that movie. Got him.
There's just this song in there. It's like Juan you, Juan me, Juan D. It's so fucking stupid, but if you've watched the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'll watch it. I'll catch up.
Dude, I have all of them. If
Really?
you want to watch any of them, yeah. Like I have.
I don't think any of them are on like any streaming service because I've never seen them.
They're not.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I have them on my wall of DVDs.
So does Sam Raimi like? Well, whatever. Who cares? I was gonna say, does he like control the distribution on that and stuff? Is that why? Because
he did on the first.
Most
Evil
horror
Dead
movies
that
are
I
like so
understand.
fucking overpublished and reprinted that.
Right, and yeah, there's a lot of really cool stories about the Evil Dead movies. Like getting the first one like even made was a chore.
Well, yeah, like I think I may have even seen a documentary about making the movie, but I've never seen the movie.
I'm sure. Yeah, there's got to be documentaries about it because it like the fact that the Evil Dead even exists and that people everywhere around the world love the Evil Dead. Like I think it actually sold the best in Japan, if I remember correctly. For some reason.
I mean, Bruce Campbell is an anime character. That's why. Like
I could see that.
And the way that Sam, I mean, like I said, I've seen the shots, I've seen all the photographs and stuff, but it's the way he shoots it. He shoots that show. He shot that movie like an anime. I'll watch it.
It really is so much cool stuff. And really, the only book that I have to read now from Bruce Campbell is How to Make Love Like Bruce Campbell.
The fact that
I know
that's some real fan service.
Like I'm just like everything about Bruce Campbell is just cool. And his books are written. I know they're not written by him. They're like shadow written with him and somebody else.
Jay-Z, I think, is actually his ghostwriter.
That'd be dope. But
Yeah.
no, like he just seems like the coolest celebrity of all time. Having not ever met him and read the 2 of his books.
I wonder, like, I don't know. Ryan Reynolds is probably my go-to.
I'd imagine he's pretty damn cool to hang out with too.
I feel like Ryan Reynolds would be a little much, though. I feel like that would be like a hard
Well, I mean, like
hanging. You're like trying to keep up. He's like,
Yeah.
God, you're so. Stop, dude. You're just fucking funny. I get it. Like, chill out. Like, Bruce Campbell would be like,
right.
fucking, you want a beer?
And Bruce Campbell, you'd probably be able to go somewhere and have people not recognize him.
Whatever. I want to. No way.
I mean,
no way.
Not everybody would recognize him.
I don't
is
know
what I mean.
I think Bruce Campbell might be more recognizable than Ryan Reynolds.
think
Maybe
so?
not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a stupid thing to say.
I was gonna say,
That's
I feel
that's
like
a stupid thing to
anywhere
say.
Ryan Reynolds, he was even on like the Japanese version of Masked Singer.
Was he?
Yeah, he was like unicorn. Which they have terrible masks. It's like, come on, Japan, you made like a paper mache like cutout that they just put on people's faces.
That's not a show that I have.
We watched the first season and then they made the second one. We're like, I don't know why we watched the whole first one.
Like, why does this exist? Why are we watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
those are my 2 games. Evil Dead and Soulstorm.
When are you going to beat Demon Souls?
Eventually. And then for the quarter, oddly enough, I think that my game would be Mario 3D World. Just because I need a different game for my son to play.
But you haven't played that, right?
I've never played that.
It's one of the better Mario games for sure.
I loved the first one that came out on the 3DS.
That game was Mario 3D Land.
Right.
So Mario 3D Land was cool because Mario 3D Land was like... 3D World is very similar, where it's like... It is 3D, but they are still like pre-made levels. It's not like a full environment that you can run around, but it is. It's like, here's a section of an environment. And
which is perfect because, you know, I have a 3-year-old, and right now all he plays is Metal Slug.
I mean...
it's awesome because he can actually beat the game, and it's crazy. But I need him to play something not so violent. Because now he just, like earlier today, he was running around. He's like, Dad, zombies are fast. He starts walking around like the zombies from Metal Slug. And I was like, man, like those animations are gruesome. And I never really thought about it until I watched him play it the other day. And I was like, holy shit, that person just like melted. Like, not they're terrible, but I just need him to play something not so violent.
Right. It would be nice if he just jumped around on a Goomba as Mario for a minute and is like, oh, this is wholesome fun. This is just good old fashioned Goomba stomping.
Yeah. So
that feels like I don't feel like that's the right way to phrase that. It almost feels wrong.
Goomba stomping.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
But yeah, I feel like that one I might actually pick up because it'd be fun for me and fun for him.
Yeah. And I mean, Julie just watches me play it and just coaches me through. She's like, jump, jump, jump. And I'm like, no, I got to get the secret. And she's like, why do you always got to get the secret? She gets pissed. Anyhow.
That's
whatever.
amazing.
Yeah, that's great. I mean,
I feel like
I think that's it for this week.
I think so.
If you guys got anything else, put it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Do. We miss you. We got some big things planned. If you hung out to the end of this video, just know there's some stuff coming down the pipeline. We got some big news that we're ready to share, but we just got a little bit longer.
We got to restrain ourselves.
We got to keep you on the edge of your seats, but we're going for the biggest move that Level 7's done yet. So this year should be interesting.
Yeah.
In a good way. Not like last year. Last year was interesting in the worst way. This is going to be interesting in a cool, let's hang out and everybody have a good time, chill, and not die way.
So excited for 2020 to be over. I'm just, seriously, so much to look forward to. Didn't even bother with the resolution this year. I was like, it's just not fucking 2020. I'm good.
I resolve 2020.
Yeah. Fuck you last year. Welcome to the new one, and I am stoked for it.
All right, guys. Well, till next week, we appreciate you tuning in and smooches.
Official sign off.